Webull stock had a huge day on Friday, jumping more than 8% to close at $15.41. It also gained another 14 cents in extended trading, showing strong follow-through into the weekend. The big spark came from Jerome Powell's speech at the Jackson Hole Symposium, where he finally gave markets the signal they've been waiting for. Interest rates are likely to be cut in the months ahead. This was music to Wall Street's ears. Stocks across the board rallied as Powell's words ignited risk appetite. Tech and growth names led the charge, with fintechs like Webull riding the wave of optimism. Bond yields fell, the Nasdaq surged, and suddenly the tone in the market shifted from fear to hope. But what's interesting here is that Webull's move wasn't just about macro conditions. Yes, Powell gave the green light, but Webull has a set of fundamental and technical factors that made it perfectly positioned to capitalize on the moment. Let's take a step back. Webull has been a stock on the move all summer. Investors have been watching closely as the company hit its first profitable quarter earlier this year. That was a milestone Wall Street had been waiting for. Profitability matters because it shows Webull's model can scale. They're not just growing users, they're converting growth into real earnings. And with more than 24 million registered users and over $12 billion in assets on the platform, Webull is no longer a niche player. It's a global contender in the retail trading space. Then there's the billion-dollar standby equity facility. This gives Webull financial firepower to expand without needing to rush into debt or issue stock under pressure. It's a war chest that allows them to be opportunistic, whether that's in marketing, product development, or acquisitions. In a sector where balance sheets matter, that flexibility is a big advantage. And perhaps the most exciting piece of the puzzle is crypto. Webull is in the process of consolidating Webull Pay, with a planned relaunch of crypto trading in the US expected by the third quarter. They've already tested the waters internationally, including in Brazil, and the traction has been encouraging. For retail investors, having access to both stocks and crypto on the same platform is a powerful draw. We saw how Robinhood leveraged crypto trading to turbocharge growth. If Webull can execute, it could open up a major new revenue stream. All of this set the stage for Friday's breakout. Powell's dovish tone was the spark, but the fuel was already there in the Webull story. That's why the stock jumped as much as it did. Investors are looking for companies that can benefit from lower rates, have real growth potential, and are tied to the themes driving markets right now. Webull checks all of those boxes. From a technical standpoint, Friday's move was important. The stock not only cleared the mid-15 range but did so on strong volume. That suggests conviction behind the buying. Support is now looking firmer around $15, with resistance on the horizon near 17. If the stock can push through that level in the coming sessions, it could unlock a run toward 18 or even 19. But even if it consolidates here, the fact that it bounced so strongly after earlier weakness shows that buyers are stepping in. Investor sentiment also seems to be shifting. Earlier this month, much of the talk around Webull was focused on volatility, regulatory uncertainty, and whether it could really compete head-to-head with larger incumbents. Now, the conversation is about opportunity. Retail traders are buzzing about the potential for Webull to hit $20 or higher in the medium term, with some even speculating about a path toward 50 if the crypto relaunch delivers. Those numbers might sound ambitious, but the fact that they're being discussed at all shows how quickly sentiment has improved. Of course, risks remain. Regulatory headlines could always create turbulence, and competition in the brokerage space is fierce. Robinhood isn't standing still, nor are traditional players like Fidelity and Schwab. Execution on crypto will be critical, and any delays could disappoint investors. But with profitability in hand, a strong balance sheet, and user growth continuing, Webull is better positioned than ever to navigate those challenges. So what should investors and traders watch heading into next week? First and foremost, the follow-through from Powell's speech. Will the broader market rally continue, or was Friday a one-day relief pop? If yields keep sliding and equities stay firm, fintechs like Webull could have more room to run. If sentiment cools, Webull may need to hold support near 15 to keep the bull case alive. Second, keep an eye on volume. Big moves on heavy volume tend to be more sustainable. If buying pressure stays strong, it will confirm that institutional money is getting involved, not just retail enthusiasm. Third, watch for any updates from Webull itself. Even a small announcement about progress on Webull Pay or crypto integration could act as another catalyst. The market is hungry for confirmation that the relaunch is on track, and any clarity would be welcomed by investors. And finally, pay attention to the broader fintech and crypto space. If Bitcoin continues to stabilize or climb, that tailwind could lift Webull alongside other platforms. If fintech peers like Robinhood or Coinbase surge, Webull will likely trade in sympathy. The bottom line is this: Friday's 8% surge was the product of both macro and micro factors. Powell gave the market a reason to buy risk assets, and Webull was ready to benefit thanks to its improving fundamentals and exciting growth story. The setup heading into the weekend is compelling. With support building at 15 and resistance just ahead, the next few sessions could be decisive in determining whether this rally has legs. For traders, the message is simple: watch those key levels and be prepared for volatility. For long-term investors, the story remains intact. Webull is profitable, growing, and positioning itself for the next phase with crypto. That's the type of combination that doesn't come along often in this space. So as we head into a new week, the question isn't whether Webull is a legitimate player. That's been answered. The question is whether this momentum, fueled by a dovish Fed and a bullish narrative, can carry the stock toward its next breakout. And if it does, the ride could be just getting started. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you believe Webull has the potential to break through $17 next week? Could it really push toward 20 or even 50 over the longer term? Or are you taking a more cautious view, waiting to see if the crypto relaunch actually materializes? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates as this story unfolds.